The Swapper is a 2013 puzzle platform game developed by Facepalm Games, consisting of the independent development duo of Otto Hentula and Ali Harjola. The game was written by Tom Joubert, most famously known for games like Driver San Francisco, Subnautica, FTL Faster Than Light, and the Talos Principle. Your character, a scavenger, arrives on a damaged space station and has to solve puzzles across a Metroidvania-style map to find a way to escape. Early in the journey, the scavenger acquires a cloning tool that allows him to create up to 4 clones that they can swap with, hence the name of the game. The clones mirror the movement of the host, for example, moving left or right or jumping at the same time, which makes for some interesting solutions to the puzzles. Blue and red lights limit the player's abilities to swap or spawn in clones, creating a weaving environment of problems to solve. You may notice the unique art style. The Swapper's art assets were modeled in clay and then digitized for the game. I found an old blog post with some pictures of some early builds of the game, and you can see a bit of how they went through this process. Beyond the art style and gameplay lies an interesting backstory with a bit of mystery at hand. You discover talking stones throughout the space station known as the Watchers, who are all seemingly interconnected. An unknown woman scurries around the station as well, fighting back and forth with herself as you try to navigate the situation by reading old station logs. The game's plot explores philosophical themes including the nature of consciousness, identity, telepathy, and the mind-body problem, with 2 of its main characters named after famous philosophers Daniel Dennett and David Chalmers. After a little digging, I found a Steam discussion post linked by Tom Joubert from 2013, titled Some Further Reading. He links some entry-level sources about philosophy of the mind with resources from both Chalmers and Dennett, but the main concept of his discussion is Mary's room, otherwise known as the knowledge argument. The experiment describes a scientist known as Mary who exists in a grayscale world with no perception of color. Despite this, she has learned everything there is to know about the physical descriptions of color, even though she's never seen it herself. Will Mary gain new knowledge when she sees color for the first time? Physicalism is the view that the universe, including all that is mental, is entirely physical. It argues that Mary would not learn anything new because she already has all of the knowledge required for the color red. Mary's room and the Swapper are proponents that physicalism is false. There's more than just what is physically described to us. What it's like to feel or know something personally opens up a whole nother layer of knowledge. Mary, despite knowing about the color red, will learn something new upon seeing it. Another example is we may read about echolocation, but we don't know what it's like to perceive the world with sound. An alien species, even if studying human behavior, would still lack human sentiments. In this story, the protagonists and scientists on the station have researched the Watchers, but there's a layer of them that is beyond comprehension to the others who do not share that mind. But what if the minds were shared? What if we, the player, got to experience what we had been reading about and experience it firsthand? The story becomes really interesting when it takes this perspective into account, and we learn that the clones we've been making and killing actually do have a mind of their own. The woman we've been chasing around the ship has merged her mind with 2 others to survive the psychic onslaught of the Watchers. A quote from one of her logs reads, "I cannot tell if I am all of them or none of them, for I do not remember what it is like to be anyone other than I." The choice is given at the end to either swap souls with a man attempting to rescue you and save yourself, or to leave your soul behind to merge with the Watchers and become part of the collective. It puts the player to the true test of its themes. Personally, I chose to get the hell off that station because shit was starting to get weird. But seriously, the philosophical implications get deep for a puzzle game, and it provides another layer of thought beyond figuring out how to collect your orbs. Unlocking the puzzling nature of the Watchers in the station is just as addicting as solving the puzzles.